What if I told you that billionaires are quietly racing to invest in a country most people underestimate? The Philippines isn't just a postcard-perfect tourist spot. It's emerging as one of the most strategic, undervalued powerhouses in the global economy. Forget the cliches. This isn't just about beaches and backpackers. The Philippines is rapidly transforming into a serious contender on the world stage. And the wealthiest people on Earth? They're not just watching from a distance. They're making moves, buying land, launching ventures, whispering to their inner circles that something big is brewing here. Sounds wild? Stick around. I'll show you why the smartest money in the world is suddenly obsessed with this Southeast Asian nation. Let's rewind. Over the last 30 years, the Philippines has pulled off one of the most underrated economic transformations in Asia. What many dismissed as just another developing country is now one of the fastest-growing economies on the continent. And billionaires are noticing. People like Bill Gates have said the country is brimming with hidden opportunities. Warren Buffett? He's bullish on Southeast Asia's potential, and the Philippines is sitting right in the center of it all. Location-wise, it's a gold mine. A perfect bridge between the biggest economic powers, China, Japan, and South Korea. Add to that an English-speaking workforce, a booming service sector, and a government finally playing the investment game smartly, and you've got a recipe for explosive growth. Even Elon Musk is in. He's rolling out Starlink to bring high-speed internet to the most remote areas of the Philippines. And let's be honest, Musk doesn't back anything unless he sees dollar signs. Jeff Bezos, the king of logistics, is watching too. Why? Because the Philippines is a logistical jackpot. Massive ports, crucial trade routes, and an army of workers powering the world's biggest outsourcing engines. The service industry? Booming. Manufacturing is gaining momentum. And tourism? Still largely untapped, but full of gold standard experiences. When it comes to business process outsourcing, or BPO, the Philippines is untouchable. If you've ever dialed a call center and heard a calm, helpful voice on the other end, chances are you were speaking to someone in Manila or Cebu. But billionaires don't just chase profits, they chase comfort. And the Philippines is now drawing them in with ultra-luxury resorts, elite housing, and elite investment opportunities that scream exclusivity. The country sits on prime real estate, surrounded by Asia's heavy hitters. And its decades-long relationship with the US, from military alliances to trade deals, only strengthens its position. So why don't we hear more about it? Because the Philippines doesn't flaunt. While media focuses on skyscraper cities and flashy economies, the Philippines has been quietly building, brick by brick, code by code, deal by deal. But the elites see it. They know a seismic shift is coming. Sure, the country has problems. Poverty still lingers. Traffic is madness. Politics, always a circus. But momentum is on its side, and momentum is everything in the investment world. Real estate is heating up. Big tech firms are setting up shop. Even Hollywood celebrities are scooping up beachfront properties. Why? Because they know this isn't just a vacation haven anymore. This is a rising force. If you're living in the Philippines right now, understand this. You're sitting inside one of the most promising economies of the next 10 years. The only question is, will you take advantage of it? And here's what's even more exciting. A new generation of Filipino entrepreneurs is rewriting the game. They're not following the world's trends, they're setting them. Gone are the days when the Philippines was only known for cheap labor and call centers. Now, it's blockchain startups, fintech innovations, and AI platforms being built from scratch right here. Mark Zuckerberg even praised Filipino tech workers, saying they're the backbone of some of the world's biggest platforms. That's not a fluke. Filipino developers, designers, and support teams are holding the digital world together, and barely anyone's talking about it. But it's more than just code. What really sets the Philippines apart is its spirit. This country has been knocked down by financial crises, natural disasters, and political chaos. But Filipinos don't fold, they rise, they adapt, and they hustle, always with a smile. In healthcare, they lead. In creative services, animation, writing, design, they're world-class. Filipino freelancers are powering global companies without breaking a sweat. Millions of Filipinos working abroad are pumping billions back into the economy. But it's not just about remittances. They're investing in startups, funding schools, and transforming neighborhoods. While some countries rely on oil or monopolies, the Philippines thrives on pure hustle, fueled by sacrifice, resilience, and heart. And it shows. Even Oprah called the Filipino people some of the strongest, kindest, most determined humans she's ever met. And she's not alone. Every year, this nation takes brutal hits from nature. Yet as soon as the storms pass, you'll see neighbors helping neighbors, rebuilding, smiling, and getting back to work. That strength? It's not learned. It's in the DNA. And now, it's fueling a new era of growth. Which brings us to the billionaires again. They're not just watching. They're investing. Fast. Massive infrastructure projects are underway. New airports, smart cities, bullet trains. It's happening now. Not 10 years from now. Right now. If you're still picturing the Philippines as a forgotten island nation, wake up. That image is already outdated. The elite are zeroing in on cities like Manila, Davao, and Cebu. They're buying luxury condos, funding billion-dollar resorts, signing deals before the rest of the world catches up, because they know this place is about to explode. Where else can you find white sand beaches, business-ready cities, and a cost of living that lets you live like royalty? But what truly makes the Philippines a magnet is its soul. It's the kind of place where strangers become family, where kindness isn't forced, it's instinctive, where people don't just survive, they thrive together. So the next time someone dismisses the Philippines, remember this. The richest people in the world are placing big bets, not because they're generous, but because they know a winning hand when they see it. And right now, all roads point to the Philippines. So let's clear this up. Filipino hospitality isn't just a feel-good stereotype. It's the core of a cultural force that's reshaping global tourism. Yes, the beaches are stunning, the islands, unreal, the views, like walking into a living postcard. But here's the real reason tourists don't just visit. They come back again and again. It's the people. Sure, you can find white sand and clear water in plenty of places. But where else are complete strangers ready to treat you like family the moment you land? And this isn't that stiff customer service smile that fades the second you turn away. It's the real deal. Step into a Filipino household and you'll be served a full meal, even if you just ate. Try leaving. Someone's handing you food for the road. That kind of warmth shows up everywhere. And it's not just in homes, it spills into how they do business too. Here, deals aren't just closed. They're built on trust, mutual respect, and personal connection. Just ask Richard Branson. Yes, that Richard Branson, the billionaire behind the Virgin Empire. He's publicly praised the power of building teams in the Philippines. Because when you work with Filipinos, you're not just hiring for a task, you're building loyalty, you're gaining a partner. That same genuine hospitality that greets tourists at the airport is what helps companies thrive from the inside out. And it's not just in corporate offices. Check into a luxury hotel in the West, and you'll get polished service scripted down to the last word. But stay at a resort in the Philippines, you'll be treated like kin, because that's who they are, not because someone's watching. That's why the country's tourism boom isn't just a temporary spike. It's grounded in something authentic, and the world is starting to notice. But don't think it ends there. Filipinos aren't just gaining recognition on the global stage, they're dominating it. Ever wonder why every cruise ship, talent show, or high-end hotel features a Filipino performer? Why so many finalists in international competitions trace their roots back to this island nation? It's not coincidence, it's culture. In the Philippines, music and performance aren't just hobbies, they're part of the DNA. That's why Filipino voices don't just sound good, they move people. They don't just sing notes, they deliver heart. Even Steven Spielberg, yes, the cinematic icon, has acknowledged Filipino creative talent. Because what makes it powerful isn't just the technical skill, it's the soul behind it. When a Filipino artist steps on stage, you don't just hear the performance, you feel it. And that same creative energy, it's bursting into business too. The startup scene in the Philippines is on fire. From AI to fintech, from digital platforms to e-commerce, Filipino entrepreneurs are no longer trying to play catch-up. They're setting the trends. They're creating what's next. And guess who's paying attention? Elon Musk. Yes, him again. He's gone on record saying the Philippines has everything it needs to thrive in the 21st century. And when Musk says it, it's not just a pat on the back, it's a roadmap. It's a signal to the billionaires that the smart money needs to move fast. Tech giants now see the Philippines as more than just a remote hub. It's a legit innovation center, a perfect launchpad for bold ideas, a place where global revolutions in business can begin. So if you're still not watching the Philippines, you're behind. Because while the rest of the world is busy reminiscing about the past, this country is quietly and quickly building the future. Louder, bolder, brighter. The Philippines isn't waiting for permission. It's claiming its space on the world stage. That's why billionaires, tech moguls, and decision-makers are no longer just whispering about the Philippines behind closed doors. They're writing checks, making moves, getting in now. And what's next? That depends on who's paying attention. Some will wait, watching from the sidelines until it becomes headline news. But the smart ones? They're moving now. They're becoming part of the next chapter before the rest of the world wakes up. Because make no mistake, this isn't just a rising economy. It's a force that can't be stopped. And the real gold mine? It's not oil. It's not lithium. It's not buried treasure. It's the people. It's the culture. It's the unstoppable drive to move forward no matter the storm. That can't be manufactured. You can't outsource that. You can't copy it. Just look at South Korea, Taiwan, Singapore, small nations that were once overlooked, now global leaders. They got there with resilience, big ideas, and refusing to stay small. Why not the Philippines? Better yet, why wouldn't the Philippines surpass them? The talent is already here. The momentum is building. The only thing missing? Widespread recognition. Yes, the challenges are real. Corruption, poverty, political chaos. It's all part of the landscape. But here's the hard truth. No great nation rose without pain. No empire was built without sacrifice. What it takes is time, grit, vision, and a people willing to build something bigger than themselves. And the Philippines has all of that and more. At the center of Filipino society is something the world often underestimates: community. For Filipinos, family isn't just who you're related to, it's everyone you share life with. That mindset, that's what lays the foundation for long-lasting success. Think about it. Every major success story was built by people who refused to quit, who believed in something bigger, who knew that roots matter just as much as ambition. And if there's one thing Filipinos have in endless supply, it's belief. Faith here isn't a once-a-week ritual. It's a lens for seeing the world, for seeing what's possible. And if you've got millions of people who genuinely believe that the future can be better, you've already got the spark of something unstoppable. Great nations aren't built overnight. Rome wasn't. Neither was Seoul or Singapore. It takes time, grit, and a generation ready to hustle like their future depends on it. Because it does. So picture this: a future where young Filipinos don't have to leave home to find the best jobs, because those jobs are right here. A future where the skyline in Manila isn't just beautiful, it's booming. A future where the global elite no longer underestimate this nation, because the Philippines doesn't just participate, it leads. The billionaires already see it. The question is, do Filipinos see it too? Because belief is the fuel that turns raw potential into real power. And once this country fully embraces its strength, the rest of the world won't have a choice but to follow. So if you believe in the Philippines, don't just nod. Act. Share this message. Talk about it. Spread it like wildfire. Because the time to wait is over. The moment is now. And the future? It's already being built. Right here,